In this video, we will learn different types of cell reference. In the last video, you have learned what is cell reference. And different types are relative reference, absolute reference, and mixed reference. So the first one is relative reference. We are using formulas in Excel. And if you are copying a formula from one cell to another cell, the formula automatically changes, which means we know that in a formula there will have operators and cell addresses. That cell addresses is known as the cell reference. That cell addresses automatically changes relative to the current cell. We can learn in detail. Just look at the picture in the video. In the video, many columns are there with the values, and the first column is product, which gives the product ID or the product name, and in the second column unit price is given, and the third column units sold, and we need to find out the value of sale price of each item. Already we have find out the sale price of each item, and also we can just look at how we can find out, and we are going to find out the sale price of the product 1. For find out the sale price of the product 1, we need to multiply the unit price of the product 1 into units sold, which means the price of the product 1 is 1826, and 20 number of product 1 is sold. So the total price of the product 1 will be 36,520. How we can find out that? Unit price times unit sold, or unit price multiplied by units sold. So the formula will be C2 multiplied by D2, because C2, what is C2? C2 is unit price of the product 1, and D2 is number of units sold. So 1826 will be multiplied by 20. Then we will get 36,520. That is the value of sale price. For find out the sale price, we have used the C2 multiplied by D2. Then next, how we can find out the sale price of the product 2? C3 will be multiplied by D3. That will be the formula for find out the sale price of the product 2. Then how we can find out the sale price of the product 3? C4 will be multiplied by D4. Then similarly for product 4, C5 will be multiplied by D5. So finding out the sale price of each product, we need to use the formula several times. The formulas are different, which means for product 2, the formula will be C3 multiplied by D3, and for product 3, we will multiply C4 by D4. That's how we can find out, or that will be the formula for each product. So in Excel we have one option. We can just drag the formula to the up to product 6 in order to find out the sale price of each product, which means we are just copying the formula from the cell E2 up to E7, because whenever we are copying the formula from E2 up to E7, the cell reference gets changed relative to the cell. That is known as relative reference. The cell address or cell reference automatically gets changed relative to the cell. That is known as relative reference. The next type of reference is absolute reference. In absolute reference, we are not changing the cell address. Whenever we are copying a formula from one cell to another cell, the cell address in the formula remained same. It will not change. That is known as absolute reference. For using absolute reference, we are using a dollar sign. We must use a dollar sign before the column name and the row number. We know that a cell address is the combination of column and row. So we need to use the dollar symbol before the column name and row number. So absolute reference means if we do not want to change the cell address used in a formula, we are using the absolute reference by using the dollar symbol before the column name and the row number. We can just see an example in this video. Look at the picture. In this example, we are going to find out the gross pay. Gross pay means the wage given to each employee. Here we are mentioning the hourly rate for each employee. The hourly rate for each employee is same, but the number of hours worked by each employees are different. John worked for 5 hours, Sally worked for 2 hours. That's why John got $55 and Sally only got $22, because the number of hours worked by John is more than Sally. That's why. Then what is the formula for finding out the gross pay? C5 will be multiplied by C2. See, here the value of C2 is same for all employees, that is the hourly rate given in the cell C2, and we are finding out the gross pay in the cells starting from C5, C6 up to C9. Then what will be the formula? The formula for D5 is C5 multiplied by C2. The formula for D6 is C6 multiplied by C2. The formula for D7 is C7 multiplied by C2. Then similarly for D8, C8 multiplied by C2. Then finally for D9, it will be C9 multiplied by C2. For all these 5 formula, the value of C2 remains same, or C2 is common in all formula. What it means? C2 will be a part of all this formula. So while copying, the C2 will not change. The C2 must remain same. So that's why here we are using the dollar sign before C and 2. Before the column name and the row number, we are using the dollar sign because it will not change in the entire formula. What will change? See, whenever we are copying the formula in the cell D5 up to D9, the only changes will be the C5 will be changed to C6, then in the next cell C6 will be changed to C7, then C7 will be C8, then finally C8 will be C9. Then for all formulas, the C2 will be same. The C2 will not be the part of the old formula. So while copying the formula from D5 up to D9, C2 will be the part of those formulas. It will not change. That is known as absolute reference. The third type of reference is mixed reference. It is the combination of relative and absolute reference. It simply means while we are copying the formula from one cell to another, the one part of the formula may change. It may be either the column name or the row number. While copying, either the column name or row number may change. That is known as mixed reference. You can look at the figure 2.9. In figure 2.9 in the page number 22. In this example, we are going to find out the actual expenses. The formula for finding out the actual expenses is expenses minus the charity amount. The charity amount is given in the cell E12. So the value of the E12 will not change. It will be same for the entire formula. So E12 remains same. Then what will be the formula? C2 minus E12. So E12 E12 we can use as absolute reference. The cell address E12 we can use as absolute reference because the 100 is not changing for all formula. It is same. 100 will same in the entire formula, but only changes is C2 will be changed to C3 in the next cell, and like that the value of C2 will be changed to C3, then from C3 to C4, like that it is changing. So you can see C2 minus E12, C3 minus E12, C4 minus E12. See the column address is same, or the column name is same, only the changes in the row number. The row 2 will be changed to row 3, then row 4, then row 5, but the column name is same. So that's why we have used the $C2 minus $E $12. Before E also we can use the dollar sign, because the E12 has the value 100, it will be fixed. Then the formula will be $C2 minus $E12. See, before the row number, that is before 2, we are not using dollar symbol because the row number must be changed in the next cell to C3, C4, C5, like that. While copying, the formula gets changed like $C3 minus $E $12. In the next cell, $C4 minus $E $12. Like that the formula gets changed relative to the cell, but only the part of the formula is changing. That is known as mixed reference. If you have any doubts about this topic, you can comment under this video, or you can send message in Campus Care app. I will clear your doubts. And if you want more explanation, I will add more explanation in the next video, and you can suggest under this video. Thank you.